Good morning, Gemini and Magnolia people. Just seen the most incredible Magnolia. I've picked you an oracle card to go with this reading, which is from the Native Spirit Oracle deck, and it's Spirit of Water. So we're just going to put that on one side and remember that, and let's dive in. So how you're feeling on the inside? Wonderful. Ace of Pentacles. Let's just move that over there a little bit. That's it. And how that makes you act on the outside. Queen of Pentacles. I'm loving this reading already. Well, let's not jump the gun. And something at the root of this reading. The King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and something from the recent past. The Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. It's interesting. And a potential outcome. The Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. And something coming up in the near future. The Lovers. Your attitude. Your attitude. Whoa. No, not that many. Not that many. Not that many. Where's the... those two stayed there. Your attitude. So nice that we're finally getting some spring weather here. Your attitude. Gemini. Your attitude. Oh, now they don't want to talk. Your attitude. It's interesting. All or nothing, maybe. Here we go. King of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Really interesting. Okay. Your environment. Let's see what your environment's like. Two of Cups. So we've got the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Your hopes and fears. Seven of Pentacles. And an outcome. Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, so this is incredible. You start with great energy, and then there's a lot of anxiety around all this amazing creative and sexual and fiery energy. So this could well be to do with a love reading, to be honest, because we've got the Lovers and the Two of Cups. I don't say that often, but it feels like a kind of, yeah, I think that you might have met someone that you have an incredible physical attraction to, and it's sort of blown your mind somewhat. But I really love this reading. Okay, so let's dive in. You on the inside, very aware of a physical new start, feeling as if the universe has just handed you something incredible and real and physical. It's not just an idea, or it could be just an idea that's going to grow into something physical. And that's what makes me think that what we're talking about here, it's interesting. I'm looking at the foreground. We've got these sort of tall plants, and do you know what they remind me of is mugwort, because I go around the park looking for mugwort, which is considered a weed in our park, and mugwort's quite a sort of mystical, magical plant from England that opens up your mind and helps you dream and is very healing in many ways. Look it up, it's interesting. So that's jumping out at me. But so in your inside, you're very aware of this amazing new start, and how that makes you act on the outside is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands would be the queen who is unconventional, intuitive, incredibly creative, very sexy, and very driven. So that's why with all these love cards and all of this sort of very key partnership of these two wands, I'm wondering whether you haven't met somebody quite amazing, or you're about to, because, or there's a resurgence in some sort of relationship of a sexual feeling. because in the root of the reading we have the King of Wands. So we've now got the King and Queen of Wands. It's as if it's this perfect, sexy, creative union. Now, if this isn't about a sort of love relationship, it would be about a partnership of some sort that is incredibly creatively fulfilling. So, of course, you might just be about to, crows having a word, you might just be about to enter into some sort of business or partnership deal with somebody who just completely alights you with your creativity, which is really exciting. And, you know, to see them the way they are on the spread now, with him underneath her, it's the sense of this very dynamic, entrepreneurial leadership, but kind of thinking out of the box energy, supporting the intuitive, creative, I mean, they're both creative, but the intuitive, creative cup expression of that kind of wand energy. So it's double fire, and it's super exciting. Something from the recent past, you've come out of this period of not knowing how to cooperate with others. There's been a sort of a confusion about it. Let's see what we've got here. Getting something in my ear. That's so strange when that happens. I'm looking at all the jewels. Yeah, so some confusion around cooperating with others, or a project that you're doing with others, not knowing how to move forward on it. Very annoying, sort of halting energy. And as a potential outcome, we have this 4 and 5 of Cups, which is, it's as if your watery element, the part that slightly tries to, or not doesn't try to, but naturally would dampen the fire element, does not want to play. So there's the 4 of Cups, I don't want to take this offer, and the 5 of Cups, but I'm looking back at this disappointment from the recent past where we didn't know how to cooperate, you know, within a partnership or a business. It might be, you know, focusing on a moment where there was confusion and refusing to take this kind of dynamic, creative path forward. But if it's in a relationship, it could also be that this is just so sort of incredibly dynamically sexy that you're like, whoa. And I've been here before, and whenever it's this exciting, I feel that something bad is going to happen. I don't know. That's a couple of interpretations, but coming up in the near future is the Lovers. So we see you taking this partnership into a new, well, taking the leap, taking the divine choice that's offered to you and deciding to take it, which is just wonderful, with all this lovely passionate energy, and with where we're ending on this reading. And I'm very aware of the snake and Eve's hand slightly off the page, and the red palms of the angel. So hands, her hand is slightly off the page, his hands are red hot, caught red-handed. Is it something to do with red paint? Are you an artist? Is this a creative project? I don't know. But this is lovely. You're moving into this partnership, and your hopes and fears, your attitude is one of, this is a new start, but you have just let go of something. So this looks very dramatic, but I mean, it is quite dramatic, but it always means a new start. But so your attitude is actually super emotional. So he's the King of Cups, so he is in his power, but he's also a little bit at sea, and his emotions are flip-flopping around quite a lot. He's feeling a lot. Look at how rough the sea is behind him. He's dipping his toe in, but he always looks a little bit anxious. And because of all of that emotion around an ending, or feeling as if some status quo is about to end, which worries you, so it's not a particularly stable energy. So we see you mentally giving up on something, and emotionally all of this fire. It's interesting. Spirit of water, do you remember that came through? The spirit of water, look at the colours, they're even the same as his, that turquoise of his robe and the turquoise of his sea. So the Spirit of Water is saying it's a key player in this moment, because your attitude is one of emotional overwhelm and an intense feeling of what you're losing in order to take this partnership, which is very interesting. And I'm surprised that it doesn't dampen everything down. But in your environment, this partnership, this perfect friendship, this perfect work partnership, this perfect idea partnership between you and the celestial realms giving you an idea, or this perfect love that's coming to you. This is great. You know, it's here. We can't deny it in this reading. And this is quite a sort of crude drawing, but he looks so lovingly at her, and his hand is reaching towards her. That's what I'm seeing. Again, the hand. And he's sort of got his head almost tipped to one side. And see how different they are. One is sort of elegant clothes. The other is, I mean, not that they're not both elegant, but he's got his wild animal print, and she looks rather sort of traditional. Her sleeves look very complicated. And look at the wry smile on the lion's face with the caduceus underneath him saying, haha. It's like Cupid, I got them together in the end. And so this partnership is happening in your environment, home, work, we're not sure where. Your hopes and fears are, okay, the fire has ignited in this creative idea, in this sexual energy, in this new partnership, but I want to be able to work on it to make something that I can take a harvest from. I want something real to come out of this. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is the awareness that something that's going to be really long-term and lasting will require effort and on an ongoing tending to, like you would in your fields. And where it's all leading. I love this. The Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and then the other major 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is wonderful. So we see this, the fiery energy does transform, and it transforms into the soulmate card, the card of generational stability and wealth and sort of family setup. And then this card of the Wheel of Fortune, where you've jumped in and affected a change. It's just, it's quite sort of epic. It's great. You know, this can be the card of siblings and nostalgia and partnership with things that you loved in the past, but it also can be this kind of incredible, pure love. He's offering her his Grail cup with the white flowers of innocence available to them all, to, you know, this very pure scene, this very, very pure scene that then has this very, you know, with it. So it's sort of as if the cards, if you read them as one narrative, is saying the purity of your heart and feelings leads to this huge change and this generational stability, wealth, everybody taken care of. I love it. Right, I'm going to cap it with just a couple of extras. So we've got the Enchanted Forest. Let's see if they've got anything to say. There we go. Oh, this is lovely. It's this beautiful card. So we've got our third 10. Excuse me, the 10 of Visions. This is kind of mythical happiness in the forest glade. I'll read you a little bit from the book. It's so lovely. 10. So you've got 3 10s. Amazing. It's really a kind of culmination. Well, in fact, you've also got the 10 of Swords. So there's a big sense of everything having come to its natural end in order to create this rebirth in this partnership. 10 of Visions. True bliss, gratitude for blessings, a close and happy family, soulful joy. I mean, amazing. So it basically says in this in this tiny moonlit glade, we see these star-dappled unicorns. The parents and their little one rest peaceably upon the velvet green, canopied by apple and cherry blossoms. It's this sort of where we're at the Northern Hemisphere where I'm recording it. It's that kind of hopeful spring-like energy. A group of unicorns is known collectively as a blessing, and the blessings of unicorn is not about worldly success or material well-being, but rather about soul fulfillment and bliss. There's an element of immortality in this card. This is joy that's timeless, eternal. No matter what happens, it's a spiritual touchstone. This card offers a vision of familial happiness, which can of course be any combination of people, not just two parents and a child. What matters is a commitment to each other in unity and harmony. If it doesn't seem to apply to the question, think about what would bring you lasting bliss. The unicorns offer their magic to help you realize your most beautiful visions. I mean, it's just highlighting what a lucky, fortuitous moment this is, with this culmination and then bringing in of this new partnership. And then, okay, so from the Shining Tribe deck, we've got the Star and the Three of Stones. And the Star is this, again, this nighttime scene, and the Three of Stones. Let's quickly have a look. Rachel Pollock writes quite long explanations, so I don't want us to keep us here forever, but they're really lovely. Right, the Star. The Star, it's got a long explanation. In brief, it says optimism, hope, return, just on its own, return like that. Harmony between people, especially parents and children, new life in a situation, wisdom, individuality. I mean, maybe this is to do with a partnership with your child, because if it isn't a love or creative partnership, it might be a returning to a really sort of beautiful moment between you and your child, because this is the card of childhood that we see at the end, so that could be a reading of it, as well as all these other lovely connotations of true love and things. The Empress, the Star signifies the daughter, with a sense of returning to oneness with the goddess, and at the same time, in the Eleusinian mysteries, all celebrants, men as well as women, became Demeter, so the goddess. At the same time, we can find our power through achieving true individuality. This is the challenge and the truth of this line of the Arcana. So it's Persephone returning, so it's a sense of spring that we see in the card with those unicorns and the blossom, and it's all of these beautiful goddesses rolled into one. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I need to add too much other than, you know, traditionally the Star is a card of our hopes and dreams and healing after this confusion. So, and look, what I see here is the way that she can abundantly pour out her emotions. So when we had water as our guide card, here you see the water is really being poured with abundance at her feet, as if emotions are able to be shared freely. And then the Three of Stones. The Three of Stones. It's funny, I went a little bit quiet because I could hear my downstairs neighbours. A cab has rolled up, and one of them, my downstairs neighbours have gone out, and then the cab is taking their position. That's interesting. I was just aware that I might be being listened to with my big booming voice. Anyway, the Three of Stones. So, mastery, accomplishment, creative power and recognition, working well with others, balance and harmony between people. Isn't that beautiful? Because do you remember in your recent past we had confusion over this card? So this is a version of this Three of Pentacles, and here it's just a reminder to say, where there was confusion, now we're returning to a healed state of cooperation, where there is mastery, accomplishment, creative power, recognition, and we're working well with others again. Balance and harmony between people, especially on projects. So it might be that there's been, through this creative grabbing of each other and melding of powers and types of people, then this cooperation is able to start again and the confusion leaves us. Balance, completion, and therefore accomplishment, success and mastery and healing. I mean, I don't want to go too much further. I think it's so clear. This reading, sometimes I delve really deeply into this part of the reading because we are trying to get such a sort of clear directive, but this, as soon as I put the cards down, it was so obvious what was going on. I'll just read the last bit. Inner peace and detachment can generate the most accomplished work. This is a paradox difficult to grasp for many people, especially in Western culture. We believe that to succeed we must put all our energy and attention, indeed our whole lives, into our goals. People who practice meditation or the detached action of Tai Chi often discover they can accomplish more and at a higher level when they keep a calm center. I mean, I don't know. I don't know it's about calm center because I see a lot of passion. But maybe there's a calmness to the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, that's true. So we're restoring the balance and cooperation is able to move forward. So as I said, if it's about a child even in your life, it could be that suddenly this restored balance makes everything much easier to work with each other. Yes, makes all cooperation much easier. And then we'll just have a couple of little comments from these teeny tiny, dash in and take this. Do not leave this opportunity of this partnership with the Knight of Swords. Is there anything else you want to comment on? Maybe the Star? Yeah, it's just use your logic and use your risk-taking actions to grab this opportunity, because this is logically the only offer to take. It's so obvious how good this is for you. I'm so happy for you guys. So Magnolia, Gemini people, see you again soon.